Okay, Blade, are you actually gonna have some input this game instead of just letting Sean and I talk?
Well, I was getting some coffee, and you should actually seen. I was doing some nice camera name. What do you call those things that you pop up in the window while people are playing?
I don't know.
Little stats, dude. Like all the stats. You guys were playing,
Yeah.
and you said talking about the APM. So I was doing pretty well.
Fair enough.
Whose camera are we following?
I'm on yours at the moment.
Your man. Okay, sick. Well, spawning in the top right-hand corner. The blue Protoss player, we have silenceR. And in the bottom right-hand corner, spawning with the red Terran SCVs, we have
Johnny.
Sean coming across the map with the early SCV.
Very early probe, yeah.
Remember the good old saying, never trust a probe.
Donnie has already pulled 2 SCVs.
Pulled two boys, he acknowledges the saying.
Never trust
It's an
a
interesting barracks placement,
Yeah,
is to almost go out of your way not to block. But,
I was thinking the same thing.
These are just advanced strategies.
I have seen the pros doing this in the TVP matches. They don't like to block off their ramp so that they can get their bigger, more mech-focused units out a lot easier than when you're playing bio versus like certain players, which is actually quite a
That
cool
certainly
strategy.
makes sense.
Yeah.
And it's definitely, I would give Johnny the benefit of the doubt to be doing intentionally. Or is he going to miss?
Oh, he misses it.
He misses it. Look at the vision. He's not going to see it.
Donnie pulls the boys, but he has no idea where that probe is.
There we
All you
go.
need to do is
He gets
beautiful
the
surround.
surround. Yes.
Beautiful surround.
Well done from Donnie. Well done.
This is costing him massive mining time.
He has managed to long mine a couple of those minerals so that he doesn't waste too much of that idle time, but is it going to be enough?
He's going to continue long distance mining, and I don't think that's a very wise thing to do.
I don't think that's a wise thing to do at all.
On the back of that failed cannon rush, silenceR is expanding. He has thrown down his Nexus in the natural, and
He has one gateway and a cybernetics core are now on the way. Looks like a pretty standard macro build coming from silenceR. I was keen to see a little bit more cheesy play attempts, but it looks like he is resigning himself to being a tryhard this game.
SpaceMonkey does finish up with a second barracks, so he has gone 2 barracks, 1 factory. Throws down that second refinery as well. I would like to see SpaceMonkey expand. Would do very well. silenceR.
Unfortunately, as what we were saying in his game against you earlier, is he's not much of an, a long-termism kind of guy. He doesn't really pay too much attention to the macro game. I think he just more so wants to get whatever army he can amass out and then play with that.
And
We'll see if it works.
Yeah, well, I did notice that in our game earlier, he had that push come across the map, and once I shut that down, he didn't really put any aggression on after that.
And this is another classic move from SpaceMonkey that we observed in the last game, is he likes to put the engineering bay down early and not queue up any upgrades.
Okay.
What would you like to comment on that, Jonathan?
Yeah, that is quite a common mistake we found in the metal leagues. Is you know, in the engineering bay is a very important building. I mean, that's where you unlock your upgrades, your 1-1, and then with your armory, your 2-2 going onwards. But we in the metal leagues, we often build things because we know they're important and forget to do things with them.
Exactly. We build them because we should build them, and we don't know why we should build them.
Well, we know why we should build them, we just completely forget to do the things that we should do.
I feel like that's a fair assessment. Not seeing much on the side of either right now. It looks like silenceR's taken quite a defensive stance. Warping in 3 photon cannons and a shield battery.
Yeah, definitely trying to keep SpaceMonkey out of his base from the front. Definitely from the front. I see SpaceMonkey sending out some scouting marines. Very important. Very, very important.
Especially against a Protoss cheese play.
Definitely. I think the time for cheese plays is kind of running out unless we see something like, I don't know, a massive Colossus or Void Ray spam, but that doesn't seem to be the build right now.
So silenceR really does like his 2 base Colossus, but as you say, it really doesn't look like he's going to be pushing into that. He's got +1 ground weapons. SpaceMonkey with the OMG.
Not quite sure why though.
I would say it would be the bait play, but he doesn't look like he's queued up a drop into the mineral line. You know, I love a good chat bait before you surprise your enemy, but
SpaceMonkey does spot the Nexus and silenceR pulls his army back.
not going to be able to do anything about it for quite a while. He is still stationary on the other side of the map. So I think silenceR might get this Nexus for free. We do have some marine placement that's observer ward in nature. He doesn't spot the observer in front of his army.
Observers are cloaked units, so you need detection in order to see them.
Thanks, Jono. I would just like the record to show that you can technically see them while they are invis.
They kind of blur.
If
You have to pay attention.
If you scroll your mouse, you can see them.
Yes.
I do know that. You can see that little blur motion. That's how you trap DTs.
Just got a biomech
Coming
bomb.
from a professional Zerg player over here, but respect.
That's how you trap the DTs. You spot for that little ship.
Oh, and it looks like that warp prison is going to go completely unnoticed.
Yeah. I mean, with that observer just outside SpaceMonkey's base, silenceR definitely saw that army move out. So
Absolutely.
He knows sending the warp prism across the map's a pretty safe bet that SpaceMonkey's not really going to have anything to defend whatever he warps in here. What is he going to warp in? 3 Zealots.
Oh, it looks like he's just going to be cutting into the mineral line a little, because we are not seeing any defensive units from SpaceMonkey. And then he runs away with the Zealots.
That was definitely a F2 or army.
That was definitely an F2 move into the Terran attack,
100%.
which actually may have cost silenceR that push. He looks like he's still got the 3 Zealots going. Lost one. One is very low. The boys have been pulled. The boys have not been a-clicked though.
Oh, that's going to do a lot of damage.
It's a very good game out of these two guys.
The micro is just absolutely astounding. You know, we really are witnessing greatness here. The panic refineries. I have seen this play from from Hero Marine. It is quite a popular defensive tactic.
silenceR with the 3 Zealot warping again. Definitely taken a page out of Dogland's book with Zealot harassment. Wonderful to see.
The Hellion goes down and the mules are dropped to sustain some of those economic losses. But it does look like SpaceMonkey needs to mobilize that army across the map once again, which gives silenceR time to warp in more Colossi. Currently got 1 operational.
Yeah, I do really like this army composition from silenceR.
It's a really classic StarCraft2, Protoss play. I think he's going with the old tried and true.
Charge slots. Does he have charge slot? No, not yet. Does silenceR have a Templar archives? Twilight counts. He does. He has started charge slots and charge for the Zealots.
He's about to have Blink, so I think this is probably when he's going to make his move, or are you thinking he's going to wait for the speed?
I don't mind if he goes out with Blink. The silenceR does do aggressive forward blinks. Doesn't only stick to the into the defensive backward safety blink. So I do like this move out from silenceR. Blink is finished and charge is on the way. We'll see if he waits for that upgrade to finish. I do like SpaceMonkey's Viking.
Yeah, I do like that Viking placement just to get rid of that irritating warp prism. Nobody likes somebody attacking a mineral line when you're trying to make your last stand.
Yeah.
I would like to point out that once again, SpaceMonkey has forgotten his upgrades. He has not built an armory, and thus is unable to get those 2-2s going.
Yeah. silenceR also on +1. He hasn't started his 2-2 yet. +1 armor is on the way. And extended.
These are some interesting scaling choices by our friends in the blue and red. I would love to think that it is on purpose, but like you say, the metal leagues, you never know.
Yeah.
Okay, some action is coming in.
Yep, here comes
The Colossi are doing work from the back line.
That was a brilliant blink into the tanks.
Yeah.
Very good blink.
Yeah, that's
Colossi are just more happy and safe.
Yep.
I don't even think he's going to lose one. Oh, the Vikings doing work. And the Banshee. Oh my god, silenceR is actually forced to retreat here.
Yeah. silenceR is not left with anything that shoots up, and
There is
work. Those 2 Banshees going to work, saving the game here for
absolutely.
SpaceMonkey.
Unless those Immortals can do something absolutely crazy, it looks like this might be game.
It's a good hold from SpaceMonkey, but
Definitely. The reinforcements are convincing. And GG is cold.
The supply doesn't lie, gentlemen.
The supply doesn't lie. silenceR taking the win.
GG.
Oh, good games from the boys.